Here's Elizabeth Vargas.
People might tell you you're the image of your mother or a clone of your dad. But what if the person you looked so much like was a total stranger? Bob Brown has a real head-turner of a story. Even if you weren't born a twin, chances are you still have a double.
Mona Lisa, men have named you.
The Mona Lisa, the inspiration for songs and centuries of speculation, unique in her cosmic smile and her unforgettable face. But if you accept the folk wisdom that exists in many cultures, then you might believe that somewhere on this planet, even the incomparable Mona Lisa had a double, a look-alike. And for that matter, so does everyone else.
1, 2, 3.
Francois Brunel is obsessed with the idea.
Because I'm just fascinated by that, like a child who cannot stop watching television.
Brunel, a French-Canadian photographer, has made it his mission to match up as many of those lookalikes as he can find and bring them together in his studio.
To go close like this. They come in, I open the door, and there's an expression of uncertainty in their face. You know, they're not, like, sure, am I doing the right thing?
He studies them and poses them and photographs them in his Montreal studio for a planned exhibition and book that will feature 200 doubles from different parts of the world. To qualify, they have to be unrelated to each other.
It's not just two men or two women. Here you have a man and a woman.
Yes, yes, and we have two couples here. These are perfect. They used to work together in the same office.
Where do you find the lookalikes that you photograph?
Well, at first I would ask friends that I knew, people that I know, and I was lucky to get help from the media, so I get articles in the newspaper or magazine that talk about my project.
Once he got publicity, then began an internet site, people started contacting Brunel to tell him about lookalikes they knew. The point is not that the people he photographs are identical. That's possible only with identical twins. Brunel looks for the similarities that are so close that two people may be mistaken for each other, even by friends. For Sophie Cadieux, who is 29, and Catherine Trudeau, 31, that can be particularly awkward since both are actresses in Montreal.
And the funny thing is that sometimes people think we're the same girl. We're both actresses, so when people say, oh, you're so good in there, I wish it was me, but I have to admit that she is very, very good in that. We should do sisters. I don't know why nobody... Call us. I don't know. Call us, Sisters.
Norman Levesque is 60 years old, also an actor, wearing a beard for a role he's playing. And Claude Moffett is 56, a product designer, and considerably taller. Earlier in life, they looked a lot different.
It was my terrorist look.
The balding started and you started to look more and more like, right?
Friends pointed out the increasing resemblance between the two of them as they grew balder.
Claude, go for a big smile, please. Okay.
Is it a little strange to find someone who looks so much like you do?
Oh, yes. It's a very, very weird feeling. But I think it's easy to feel...
Closer?
Closer.
Well, since he's so good looking, I think it's very positive. Yeah, in my case, I'm very happy to look like him.
It's the face that Brunel cares about, and he poses them to study the facial similarities.
No, Normand, just... The only thing I do is orient their heads in the same way so that we can compare.
He shoots the photos in black and white so that colors don't distract from what he wants viewers to notice.
And the more I look at the pictures and at these people, the more beautiful I think they are. And every individual has something to bring.
The lookalikes don't necessarily become best friends after they meet.
Well, we don't know each other that well.
Okay. I thought you were best friends.
No.
In fact, Sophie and Catherine didn't believe they looked like each other.
When I look at her, I don't see me. No.
Brunel says in his experience, lookalikes don't necessarily take to each other immediately.
If you meet your lookalike, out of nowhere like that in the street, it seems to be quite traumatizing.
Different cultures have different words for the phenomenon. The French use the word sosie, or double. In German, the word is doppelganger. And encountering your doppelganger The poet Shelley drowned after reportedly seeing his, can be a sign of bad luck. Books and movies have long relied on fantasies about mistaken identity. The Prince and the Pauper and The Prisoner of Zenda. Even the Flintstones explored the potential complications.
Yeah! What am I doing there? If that's me, who am I? I must be completely beside myself. Oh, you must pay the king.
Two friends.
And it is complicated, because the idea of meeting your double goes to the heart of what it means to be human, to create a unique identity. Then you see in some alien face your own features staring back at you. And even if it's flattering, it can trigger a little earthquake in your ego. Your sense of identity is shaken. Brunel says some people have refused to be photographed when they learn they have a double.
Some people, I think, they say no because they don't want to be facing the other person that's like them. For them, it's too much to ask.
These retired women who enjoy being doubles are among Brunel's favorites. He turned them down at first because he thought they were twins. Nina's father is from India, Anne's is Russian-Polish. Nathaniel is from Montreal, Edward from San Salvador. If these photos make you stare, that's what Brunel ultimately wants. He thinks that lookalikes make you focus all the more carefully and critically on the details of human faces as you contrast one with the other to tell them apart. And when you're finished looking, you see again the uniqueness in each face.
Because these people are not the same. They were raised in different countries sometimes, different families, different religion, different background, different everything. And now they look the same. That's interesting for me. I'm playing with reality in a way, in my own little way, you know.
Get that sudden southern draw.
So don't tell me I don't have a claim on Selma, Alabama. Don't tell me I'm not coming home when I come to Selma, Alabama. I'm here because somebody murdered.
President Steele, I could have listened